Okay, so here we're going to clean up the face. You can see from just having the fly mask on a bunch in the summer heat, no matter how much I clean it, there's always a little bit of this sort of greasy skin and dirt and a little bit of, I don't know what else to call it except fly mask funk on their face just from being hot and sweaty. So the easiest way to clean it up is just with plain water. And while I'm working on his face, especially because some horses can become resistant, I usually keep the lead rope on my arm. This is also the beginning of maybe even teaching a horse how to cross tie. Because once they can stand still voluntarily, then putting them on the cross ties is much safer and much easier. And they usually really like this. So I'm just going to wipe off all that dead skin. All of this white stuff that's showing up on the chestnut part of his skin is just sweat and dirt. Right? So I can clean up the eyes. I'm going to basically rub off as much as I can with just plain water and a damp cloth. Now, if they don't like it like that, you just start low. If they get a bit high-headed, you just start low. And you just rub. And especially on a hot day, this cool cloth ends up feeling so good that they don't mind the towel all over their face, all over their eyes. It starts to feel really good. And because you want to be careful about getting soap in their eyes or even spraying water in the face can be a good way to create an eye ulcer. Because sometimes just, even if the hose doesn't have a strong spray, spraying them with the hose, if they sort of blink at the wrong time, you can create a pressure on the eye and wind up with a big fat problem that takes a lot of time to heal called a corneal ulcer, which we want to avoid at all costs. So just a damp washcloth, getting all of that gunk off is one of the best things to do. And you can see a little bit of pink is coming through his skin on the black part. And all that is from getting kind of crusty under the fly mask. So in the summer, okay, we'll start ground tying. So in the summer, a little daily wipe down can prevent that as much as possible. He has this pink nose, which is also prone to sunburn. So I'm going to show you how we try to prevent sunburn. One of the ways you can do it is to get a mask that fully covers the nose. His only goes down to here. And so I have to treat, and I'm going to get right up here into the forelock and around the base of the ears. And just wipe that face down until all of the white residue is gone, which means I got all the salt off of his face. And if they don't like the ears touched, you sort of work your way up there, a little bit at a time, making that cool cloth feel really good. Good boy. And you can see just with the cloth, we were able to rub off most of that gunk. Yeah. Good boy. Okay. So then if there's anything remaining, you can get a little pet brush, and that's a bit dry. So I'm going to add a touch of leave-in conditioner, a little touch of detangler. But all in here, especially if the fly mask covers the forelock, they can get a lot of dandruff in there and skin funk under the mane. So you want to take a fine comb, put a little bit of conditioner in there so you don't rip out a bunch of hair. And when you start cleaning it, you just want to work your way from the bottom up. And sure enough, there's that dandruffy looking skin funk under the hair, which can itch quite a bit. So I want to make sure I'm getting all that off as well. Can you take a step back? I know, you're so big. You got to help me out here. Good boy. And again, I kind of want to comb different ways and really try to get the dead skin out from under there. I can even use the same comb if there's some stubborn spots on the face. I can loosen it up and get more skin funk off there too. And you just want to keep protecting the eyes. Not getting hair in the eyes, not putting pressure on the eyes. Oh, and I missed a spot there. Let me get that. I know. There we go. And so the way the skin funk shows up is it's dirty and it's a little bit greasy. So you really have to wipe it off. You can't really even just squirt them with the hose and get it off. It really is a matter of rubbing and wiping to get that sort of greasy dirt off, because it can become a skin infection if it's not cleaned. Right? And you don't want them attracting any more flies than they already do. So that's essentially how I'm going to clean the face.